What I'm about to show you on VoiceFlow is not a bug, but when you're using a classifier and you ask the user for a specific bit of information like a number, I found something that you need to do in order for the AI to read it correctly. My name is John. I'm with Altruist AI, and we build AI systems to make your business more efficient. Okay, so let me show you this agent. Whether it's voice or chatbot, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so it starts, it asks, I just left this basic. We have the agent persona. Agent persona, you are a helpful AI chatbot for a martial arts gym. Your goal is to help the user answer questions. And then it just says, hi there. This is not the point of this. I didn't really spend too much time on this, but the main thing is, how old is your child? Okay, and why are they asking that? Because let's assume the user just asked for your schedule. And if you have classes based on experience, like beginner experience, or if you have classes based on age, then it's better to ask the person, the user, how old, the person is that's going to try a class, like for example, a kid's class, then just give them their whole schedule. Like for example, if you scraped your website or inputted the information on the knowledge base and just put your whole schedule, you don't want to give them all the schedule. You definitely don't want your voice agent going through your whole schedule on the phone with them. It's better for you to get exactly the information they want and present it to them. So when they ask, how old is your child? The next thing is we save this to a last utterance. How do we do this? With a capture step. Okay, so capture step. Okay, well, I can't do a double capture step, but it would be capture step. And then we go up here and type entire user reply, and then last utterance. Last utterance is the last utterance that the user gave, and then last response is the last response the system gave. Okay, so let's say, for example, they say 6. Okay, and when they say 6, we have it classified by ages with a classifier. I'm going to break this all down. Depending on what they say, it's going to give them a message on the specific class. So for example, ages 5 to 8 have a class Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 4:30 to 5:15. Ages 9 to 15 have a class Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 5:15 to 6:15. And if they're outside that range, then it gives them this message, a variation of this message, and I'll explain that. All right, so let's play with it. So I'll just start it here. Okay, let's say we say 6, okay? Took a little longer, but that's okay. So now it gave them this message. The classes for kids ages 5 to 8 years old are available on the following days and times. Nice, mark down text, and then let me know if you need any information. Now let me show you if I took the brains away. And the brains, I'll show what's inside the brains here in a minute. If I just started this here, and I type 6, it's going to go to this else tab and this else, section. And this else section is basically saying it's outside of this range, but it's actually not outside of this range because we said 6 years old. So what happened? What happened is you need to add some brains. Okay, and the brains, I'm going to open this up. This is what the brains are. The brains is an AI model. Okay, and we just did prompt. We didn't do prompt with memory for this one. The AI model says analyze the last utterance, which was this step, the last utterance, which is what the customer or the user just said, and find the number. If the number is in alphabetic form, then change the number to numeric form. For example, if they type out the number, then change the number to numeric form. Only respond with the numeric number only, okay? Double only. No other text at all. For example, 6. And then what we're going to do is whatever this outputs, this AI model outputs from this prompt, we're going to apply it to the variable of age. And then we just have a ChatGPT 4 mini, low temperature because, we don't want any hallucinations. It's very simple. Max tokens, doesn't need a lot of tokens. And then I just recopied the information here. Now, let me show you what I mean. If someone types the word 6, the AI will bring back 6 in numeric form. If someone types in 12, the AI will bring back the numeric form. Okay, so now when we get to the classifier, it can read it properly. Now, what does the classifier do? The classifier is a condition step. And the condition step, we use business logic. And I'll just open this up so you can see the different paths. Paths are the different directions if someone reaches this step. Okay, paths is a different direction. Once they reach this step, where do you want them to go? Like, what message do you want them to see? Okay, so how do we do this? I'll just recreate a portion of this. So business logic. I use conditional, but I'm not a programmer. Okay, there's all no code. Okay, unless I Google on Claude or search on Claude. Okay, or you can do JavaScript. So this is all conditional formatting. So let's go back. We asked the brains to apply this output, apply it to this variable age. And what's great about VoiceFlow is now we can use that variable. You see variable age, and we can say when it's greater or equal to 5 years old, we'll just put 5, and when that variable is greater or equal, we want a less than or equal to 8, then send them down a certain path. Okay, and that's what you see here. Age greater or equal to 5 and age less or equal to 8. What this means is when they type in 7 or 6 or 5 or 8, we're going to send a different message. Now, if you want to add another path, you can just click another path. Do the exact same thing. Age greater or equal to, in this instance, it's 9, and we'll add another one. Age greater or equal to 15. So there, if they go in within this range, they're going to be sent to this message here. And then anything else gets sent here. All right, so let me just delete this to keep it clean. So that's what this shows. Now let's look at the message. The message is an AI model. I don't need to pull it from the knowledge base because I'm writing the prompt. Okay, and again, we just did prompt. We didn't use any of these other ones for this example. And basically, it's going to give a variation of this. I basically just told it what the schedule is. So kids ages 5 to 8 years old. Classes are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. Now, why did I write it like this? P-M, P-M. Because in voice, it's kind of funky. Sometimes it catches it. Sometimes it like does a P.M. whatever, so I don't want any hallucinations. I'm sure it'll get better in time, but I just put P space M so that when it reads it, it says 4:30 p.m., 5:15 p.m. Prompt settings, we can make this really low because we're just we don't want a lot of hallucinations. And then max tokens doesn't need to be very much. And then again, you help users understand what class times are available. Now let's, we can click a preview here if we want to see this. This is what it's going to look like when it brings it out. And this is markdown formatting here. So it's basically going to be bold. Okay. And let's try it out. So let's do something outside of the range. 4. Great. It sent it to the correct message. It sent it to a variation of this message. Let's open this up outside of the range. Kids classes are from ages 5 to 15 years old. We don't take kids under 4. Kids over 15 would be in our adult class. Temperature doesn't need much tokens. And that's the message you just saw. And then after that message, what I have is I just sent it back to the welcome so I can keep testing it. Here's what I mean. When you're testing things, you kind of want to train the AI. I'll just do a different number. I'll say 8. Should send to the top message. You can see it is by the blue around the top box. And then you can see it just sent me back to the same question in the beginning. Now, how did I do that? In this, we'll call this module. In this module, I'll just remove this, delete it. I can take this dot and I can pull it all the way back to welcome, but I think that looks kind of messy. Okay, so instead I'll just pull it out, and it pulls up the same menu as you can see on the left-hand side there, but with some different actions. You can go to, let me pull this window over. You can go to a specific section in your workflows. So if you see on the left-hand side of the screen, it says Workflows Home, Book a Demo, Submit a Ticket, Knowledge-Based Response. So I can go to a specific block in a workflow, or I can go to a specific intent, which is for another day. So I went to a specific block and then asked me which workflow, this workflow. And then we'll go back to the welcome, and you can see the welcome here. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Input these brains. Okay, here's the prompt again if you want to just copy this. And when you're adding numbers, hopefully this will help to solve any hiccups that the AI is giving you. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe.